Good night, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing?
The PNP, brilliantly done. You knew there was division in the opposition ranks, and you seeded the ground for your own advantage. Yeah? One-upmanship. The PNP were clever and strategic on Tuesday. The Labourites were disorganized, fighting among themselves, wanting power for themselves, not looking at the greater good. And the PNP taught them a lesson on Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
Let's see if it's the first of many.
You did not, sir.
No, man. Go back, man. Where you see a while ago, Josh?
Brilliantly done.
Yeah.
You knew there was division in the opposition.
Uh-huh.
And you seeded the ground for your own advantage.
Right.
Yeah? One-upmanship.
Yeah.
The PNP were clever and strategic.
Clever.
On Tuesday.
Yes.
The Labourites were disorganized. Fighting among themselves.
Yes.
Wanting power for themselves.
Mighty God.
The PNP taught them a lesson.
Wow.
On Tuesday. Let's see if it's the first of many.
Run it one more time.
To the PNP.
We're not going to run that today. You know what we are going to run? Yeah, man. This way I going to run. This way I going to run. So we start off a show, man. No look a joke.
Psalm 23.
What going, my people?
The Lord is my shepherd.
I shall not want.
He maketh me to lie down in green pastures.
That is it.
He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul.
Right.
He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life.
Yes.
And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
Amen. Amen. One more
Psalm
time.
23.
Run it again.
The Lord is my shepherd.
I shall not
want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters.
Antonio, what's up, my brother?
He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his
name's sake.
Yea,
though
I walk through the valley of the shadow of death,
I will fear no evil.
For thou art with me.
Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen.
Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not
share,
want.
like up and share up the live, guys, please.
He maketh me to lie down in green pastures.
Like and share up the
He
live.
leadeth me beside the still waters.
Talk to him.
He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake.
Wow.
Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil.
No
For thou art with me.
Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
Psalm 23.
Run it.
The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters.
He restoreth my soul.
He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake.
Yes.
Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil.
None.
For thou art with me.
Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me.
Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil.
My cup
My
runneth
cup runneth
over.
over.
Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
Forever. Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake.
Right.
Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death,
I'll fear no
I will fear no
evil, for thou art with me.
Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil.
My cup runneth
My
over.
cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Psalm 23.
Run it, my boss.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life,
and I will dwell
in the house of the Lord
forever. One more time.
Psalm 23.
One more time.
The Lord is my shepherd.
One more time.
I shall not want.
Yes.
He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death,
Marlon.
I will fear no evil, for thou art with
good
me.
Morning.
Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me.
Share up the life for me. Share up the life for me.
Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord
forever.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing? How are you doing?
Brilliantly done. You knew there was division in the opposition ranks. And you seeded the ground for your own advantage.
Mighty God.
Yeah? One-upmanship. The PNP were clever and strategic on Tuesday. The labor rights were disorganized.
Yes.
Fighting among themselves.
Right.
Wanting power for themselves, not looking at the greater good. And the PNP taught them a lesson on Tuesday.
Mighty God.
Let's see if it's the first of many.
Oh, it looks so sad. Listen to this, ladies and gentlemen.
Minister Vaz, your initial response to Auditor General's report on Starlink was one of complete rejection. This morning, you seem to be almost going back on what you're saying with a clarification. Are you not accepting the fact that you did in fact reach the procurement guidelines?
As minister, leading the procurement,
yes,
that was a breach or not? My position is very simple.
Brother, it's not a breach or not. Daryl Vaz, you have to come down. No matter how you try to twist this and say this and you're going like saying no say wrong, you're wrong, Daryl Vaz, and Andrew Holness wrong too. If you back you up and I come talk about bureaucracy and one bag of foolishness. Daryl Vaz, you're wrong, Daryl Vaz. Daryl Vaz, let me say to you, you're wrong, Daryl Vaz. You're wrong, bang up. Fully wrong, bang up. You know, so you can't challenge the Auditor General. The Auditor General is somebody who make sure say them always dip on the right side of the law, Daryl Vaz. Unlike you. You understand what I deal with? Unlike you, Daryl Vaz. You're wrong, hombre. Admit it like a good hospital, like what twins have twins that say.
Justifying my position while basically paying content. That was a
breach the procurement guidelines.
As minister leading the procurement, that was a breach or not. My position is very simple. I'm justifying my position while basically paying respect to the AGs.
Brother, you can't justify your position and pay respect to the AG at the same time. Respect to the AG means say you understand and know say you broke the law, and that means say you can't stand up wrong and strong. That means say you have to admit it like a good hospital. You understand what I deal with? You can't have it too, your brother. You can't have a cake and eat it too. It's either you have it or you eat it. But you can't have it and it present and it eaten. You feel me? I say it that no work. That no work. So you're there a fumble and a bumble and a rumble and a mumble. You know say you're wrong, Daryl Vaz. You're wrong. Wrong bang up.
And her for her job that she does, because I do not wish to become in a controversial position with any agency of government.
That the horse that done gone through the gate already, hombre. That the horse that done gone through the gate already. Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news, see there? Me and Motley, third term, legitimate third term. Not like this a Prime Minister of Jamaica. You understand? Third consecutive term becoming the second Prime Minister in Barbados to achieve this feat. Big up me and Motley. Mighty God. I knew she was going to win. Congratulations. Congratulations. We arise in our lives. But yeah, Daryl Vaz now, no? But listen to this.
As minister leading the procurement,
yes,
that was a breach or not. My position is very simple. I'm justifying my position while basically paying respect to the AG's department and her for her job that she does, because I do not wish to become in a controversial position with any agency of government.
So just to follow up, is that yes, you accept that you breached the procurement guidelines?
I accept fully what was said by the AG in relation to me getting involved in the procurement.
Then, brother, that means you're wrong. If you accept that, that means you're wrong. So why is so hard for you to say you accept it, Daryl Vaz? Why you beat around the bush? Say you accept it. You know say you're wrong and you don't want to say you're wrong, but you say you're wrong at the same time. Are we, man?
Minister Vaz, your initial response to Auditor General's report on Starlink was one of complete rejection. This morning, you seem to be almost going back on what you're saying with a clarification. Are you not accepting the fact that you did in fact breach the procurement guidelines?
Now walk it back.
As minister leading the procurement, that was a breach or not. My position is very simple. I'm justifying my position while basically paying respect to the AG's department and her for her job that she does, because I do not wish to become in a controversial position with any agency of government.
So just to follow up, is that yes, you accept that you breached the procurement guidelines?
Mighty God.
I accept fully what was said by the AG in relation to me getting involved in the procurement.
So Minister Vaz.
Boy, Daryl Vaz, boy, man, I tell you, rough. It's rough, bro. It's rough. It's rough, you know? Rough, boy, rough. Rough, bad. Anyway, Daryl. Right Mystic right now. Right now. That the life the way you do it, Mystic. Boy, man, I tell her, hey, Mystic, I chop them hard, you know? Me say Mystic, I chop them hard. I wonder if my friend online right now. I wonder if my friend online right now. You know, me see, me know, say me see. Me know, say me see, Anissa Belly Rose online. Hold on there.
Quick little part. So the Democratic Party has done that.
So me and Motley win again. Well, them people. Alright, we're gonna move a little bit forward. Don't get sit down on podcast. Yeah. See that?
As it relates to deeper depth.
You know, I go for the next speaker because I don't like how this is moving.
Which is going to be extremely serious. And we have to know the Prime Minister.
Yeah, man, I go for the next speaker.
Under the microscope. Based on certain
That one, yeah.
evidence.
Hey, only can hear this good?
And I am saying this tonight because I would like the Integrity Commission to investigate.
Mm-hmm.
To take a look at what I'm
Deeper.
going to present.
Yes.
And I also, you know, I would mind the DPP can really take a look in terms of what I'm going to present.
Yes.
Right? No, the situation is where I want Jamaica to just understand where I'm going. Andrew Holness made a vital error in 2016 responding to Peter Phillips. Andrew Holness went to NNN and made a statement.
Yeah.
Right? I think in 2019 to Alcafix N. What Andrew Holness had communicated to Alcafix N. And based on what we are seeing now as it relates to CETA, dismantled. And when we look at the Andrew Holness administration, the amount of drugs operation, I am going to bring you back. And you are going to see where Andrew Holness found wanted, put himself in a predicament as it relates to what he communicated on NNN. Jamaica, without any delay, I'm going to show you what he had communicated. I'm glad that Rotterdam is here, and I'm glad that Melting Pot is here, and we are going to get into some serious things tonight. This is one of the reasons why Andrew Holness cannot come out and denounce drugs. Andrew Holness cannot categorically come out and denounce.
What a damn shame.
So that can't.
Wow.
Can't. Why is it that we can't come out and denounce? Now look at this, my Jamaican people. Let us find that information. Look at this. Okay, very good. Let us read. I hope you can see the information. Okay. Let us read. And Brother Ratty and Melting Pot, we are going to pay special attention
Yes.
to this situation.
Okay.
Now, Prime Minister Andrew Holness says he has assets valued at just over 151 million Jamaican dollars. His liabilities currently amount to just under $35 million. Holness disclosed his total assets and liabilities this afternoon in an interview with Nationwide News, the Cleaner, and the Observer newspaper. So, Mr. Holness, Andrew Holness cannot take back this.
Yeah, they're on record.
Mr. Holness is the first Jamaican Prime
They're on record.
to publicly declare his assets and liabilities since P.J. Patterson made his declaration public in 2002. I don't know why I mentioned first Prime Minister. P.J. Patterson not declared before you. That's why you always like the limelight and the public relation. Right? Now, Mr. Holness made available to the media today his last 10 Integrity Commission declarations. They date from 2007. Right? When he first became minister, and now the Integrity Commission declaration showed that just before, Brother Ratty, please, melting pot, please, this is the area, the particular area that we are going to pay attention to tonight. The Integrity Commission declaration showed that just before Holness became a minister 10 years ago, he had assets totaling just under $47 million. Take it up. I want to show Jamaican people what Andrew has said. Ratty, no, you have for them. Nothing but. So Andrew has said to our prophets then.
Yes.
That all the time them talk and all the chat them a chat. And I talk about this and I talk about that.
Yeah.
Because I came into the politics with $47 million.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Holness came into the politics 1997.
Clean.
Right down that here.
Write it down, ladies and gentlemen.
So, prior to 1997, but to reverse.
Mm-hmm.
We are reverse the curse. We are going back instead.
What's the
So 1997, prior to 1997, Andrew Holness had $47 million. Question that we are asked. Where did he get that 47?
Exactly. Where come from?
So Andrew Holness, what year Andrew Holness born? 1977. Check it now,
72.
1972. So 1972 from 1977, you get how much year? 35.
1972, 19 what?
77.
25 years.
Most people over 40 will enter 2026 still using ChatGPT like Google. Don't be one of them. Watch this instead. So,
5 years, what's that?
25 years.
1997, sorry. Come on, Megan, but you know something. 1972 from 1997, what I give you? 25 years?
No, sir.
Come on. Let it dry, guys. Get it dry.
1972 to 19.
From 1972 to 1997.
Okay.
25 years, so I'm correct?
25 years, yes.
Come on. Now we're fast. So from 1972
Yeah.
to 1997,
Right?
at age 25, we're at that.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Holness and us.
$47 million. Jamaica, do you know how much $47 million is in 1997? I want to go back and I want to think about how much it did cost on a full, on a fridge, on a market, on a super. Listen to me now, man. $47 million, yeah, a rich dog in 1997 in Jamaica, you know? Andrew Holness couldn't pay his student loan. Mighty God.
At age 25,
Wow.
Andrew Holness
Wow.
and us,
Away when I do?
$47 million.
Away make that money from?
Follow me again, Jamaica.
My
Andrew
goodness.
Holness left University of West Indies in 1994.
Mm-hmm.
When Andrew Holness left university in 1994, Andrew Holness owed student loan. Am I right?
No lies told.
100% correct.
100%
Was
correct.
student loan. He was getting it that well. The Sunday supplement.
He was also gazetted that he owed student loan. Right? Now, Andrew Holness, upon leaving university, had worked with Edward Staver for 2 years charity. I want Jamaica to follow.
Follow us, Jamaica.
Until we want to stop no prior business.
Follow us.
And the only place where Andrew Holness worked was with Edward Siaga into a charity organization. Jamaica, listen to what I'm saying. The 47 million Jamaican dollars that Andrew Holness brought into the politics. Andrew Holness could have only gotten it through 2 mediums. 2 mediums.
Nasty.
I want the entire world following.
Yes, we're following. We're following.
Mainstream media, all mediums following. 2 mediums, Andrew Holness. Possible mediums. You declared 1995 and 1996. Edward Siaga had gotten money from that profit. 31 million US dollars. So the only means where Andrew Holness can get that sort of money as it is $1 million is either he took money from Edward Siaga or Andrew Holness involved in drugs operation.
Mighty God.
Listen to what I said. The only means that Andrew Holness could have got that $47 million, he can't take it back. He cannot take it back. He had done that interview and after himself and NNN, the observer and the cleaner. You cannot take back this Andrew Holness. So then, if you have to split the $47 million, divide that by 2, you would get what? $23.5 million, am I correct?
Wow.
Correct.
6 months.
Yeah, correct. 100% correct.
So you are telling me, and telling the nation, Andrew, that while working in the church,
Yes.
you made $23.5 million per year?
Think you man normal?
Would that you be suggesting?
Exactly.
So then, if that is so,
Mm-hmm.
you working in the charity, as it relates to for Edward Siaga, you would have been making more money than the Prime Minister.
Mighty.
Is that correct?
Wow.
Right.
So we making go into politics?
Is that correct, Minister?
Why would he
Yes,
go into
what I'm
politics?
Making more money than the Prime Minister.
Yeah, why would he why would he go into
Then what would be
politics?
the reason for him to venture into the politics?
Exactly.
No reason.
No reason.
You see where I'm going?
Of course.
Anyway, let us go back to the 47 million.
Mm-hmm.
So the question need to be asked is, how did you come, Andrew Holness, by $47 million? Integrity Commission investigators need to go back there based on this. Right? You need to be questioned as it relates to the Jamaica Conservative Force, where you need to clarify that $47 million. Where did you get it from? Did you get it from Siaga, so doing, stealing it, or Siaga giving it to you?
Mighty
Or
God.
you get it from illicit means, through the proceed of drugs? Where did you get it from?
Yes, while owning students loan. While owning students loan. Yeah. Where did you get it?
Are you saying to us that, okay, you'd have gotten it from, because you set up 2 taxis, and so then that operation within the 2 taxis at the time when you set it up, you understand? I mean, but you'd have set up the taxi after.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that correct? Right?
Yeah,
So
afterwards.
that would be
The
the
taxi.
taxi.
The taxi no line up. No.
Instead of the taxi in 97 or 1998.
Mm-hmm.
So then, the taxi business is totally out of it.
Totally.
So you can't resort to the taxi.
No.
That, okay, it is the taxi who give you this. So we can come back a little now and do this because we separate the taxi time. You can't go to the taxi.
No, taxi not gonna work. That not gonna work.
If you want to learn how to master using AI, don't watch YouTube videos. Right? There's too much information online. And
the mystic sensation melting pot and Vatican and Church. The taxi thing child.
Nah, go work.
Because the taxi thing was 1997.
That is it.
Right? And you have $47 million before that. Because you told Actofix Henley that you came into the politics with $47 million. And you came into the politics 1997. Let us make that clear.
Yes.
That clear, Velvet. All right.
Yes.
So then my question, and let me just bring in Daryl here, right? And I just asking a question, brother, that based on what Andrew Holness said, right? Is it prudent for investigators to have a conversation with the Prime Minister as it relates to so we come by that 47 million?
Of course.
Of some level of transparency.
Of course.
I'm kind of surprised that they didn't ask him previously. And then we must also remember that, I'm trying to figure out how did he accumulate so much money in such a short space of time. And if you recall, his father was in the big business. But he was there and then he asked him.
Ratty, you know, say he's a dangerous guy. No, man, I forgot to play that. No, Mr. Rattigan, you're a dangerous guy. He man go right to your reference. I have to play that video the way I talk about right now. There's no way. There's no way I'm going to make that slide. Mr. Rattigan just made an excellent point a while ago. No, sir. Well, yeah, Andrew, you have a skill. Some bright minds out here, man. Andrew, you have a skill, Andrew. What I say you have to do? You have to skill. I know you're skilling, but the level of skill where you're skill right now, skill.
You will bring information to people where they are and in the forms they use.
And also it shows that our party.
Does it feel to be Holness is actually the father of what people? In growing up, did you from a young age, did he display the leadership qualities? Was there anything that would have said to you that this is a prime minister in the making? He loved education, really. So actually, reasonable amount of education. As a matter of fact, one of the times when he seen that in one or two subjects in his A level, he came to look for me and I saw him looking slim and worrying himself. So I told him, don't worry, you're just getting mad every day, so don't worry, let's fight back again, and do it all over. But apart from that, he was very entrepreneurial. I was in the big business, and he was helping me here along with his other siblings. And so that we were really making much money. And he said to me one day, Daddy, you have an empty storeroom there. Could you let us make some bag use and you go and sell them? He said, no matter with that, we'll fight that. And another incident, when he was about to graduate, he came to me and said, could you sponsor me, to buy 2 taxis because I checked out and from my home to Spanish Town Center, I could get some money. I said to him again, forget that, go ahead and clear the levels and then you can come back out and work. And of course, this taxi business, which he tried to level the people talking about 2 taxis, not about so he had his taxi business, which he tried to level the people talking about 2 taxis, not about so he had his taxi business, which he tried to level the people talking about 2 taxis, not about so of course this taxi business, which he tried to level the people talking about 2 taxis, not about so he graduated. And when I went to look for him, I said, what you doing? He said, I'm in the taxi business. And I said, how is it? I said, I have 30 taxis on the road and somebody will have to come out.
Was in the big business. But he was there and then he asked his father to get him to the back juice business. His father said, no. And then if you recall, when the taxi thing came up, his father said, it's nonsense, not go so. So we can just rule out that taxi thing, right? We can rule out the bank juice, we can rule out the big business. And so the question is, where did he get this money from? That's the $1 million question. Where did he get this money from at such a tender age? And also remember, 47 million that he's talking about, it has to be more than that because remember, you have to pay taxes and you have to have living expenses. So if you say my 47 net, then you know it's way past that. So the growth. So we, Mr. Prime Minister, we're asking you kindly to be forthcoming in your response. You're not on the oath, so you don't run the risk of hurting you. But you need to let us know.
Herbs don't help you heal unless you activate them. Let me explain. It's like today, not using natural healing is like not brushing your teeth.
How did you accumulate this amount of money? Because there are Jamaicans who would love to do it. Many Jamaicans would love to do it. In fact, most Jamaicans, if not all, would love to, get to, especially young Jamaicans. They're trying to figure out how did the Prime Minister go from having nothing to, and it wasn't a steady accumulation. You know what I mean? It wasn't steady. It was like, go, rich. and we don't have any record of him winning the lottery. We don't have any record of somebody gifting him this, whether they're, whether alive or dead, through a will or through beneficence. Somebody just give him money. We have no record of that. None. So the question is, where did we get this money? But you know, something I've realized on the Prime Minister is that he's really entrenched in the things that he's saying. So it's hard for people to really reason with him and get truth out of him. Because he believes the things that he's saying. He said him so many times, and he has no choice but to believe it. So he believes him. So
pathological liar.
The Prime Minister is pathological. Pathological mendacious.
I don't worry how this man sleep. I don't worry how this man sleep. I really don't. Because he believes in the things that he said. And so it's hard to convince him otherwise. I mean, reasoning with him like one to another, as how we're reasoning, it's difficult to reason. It's going to take a court to make him straight now. Or it's going to take a foreign power to make him straight now. But I can tell you this, the people of Jamaica, they won't get any answers out of him. They won't, at least not truthful answers. They won't get answers out of him because the gentleman, everywhere in turn, you can see where there's a contradiction, there is something that just doesn't smell right.
Yep.
And when you start lifting up everything and look on him,
okay,
you find even more problems with him. And, Mystic, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I'm a nobody. But the Integrity Commission has to do a lot more for me to call them Integrity Commission. I will continue to call them Commission. And I do it with a good spirit and a good intent, which is to have them to do proper investigations and then make proper referrals, whether it is for prosecution or something else. And I'll tell you why, because I went back and I looked at 7 cases that they screwed up. 7 cases that they screwed up. We're talking from the Prime Minister, from Westcon all the way to Market Meat and everything in between. They screw up. And so let's wait to see if they're going to ask him. But I guarantee you this, Mystic.
Yes.
We are doing much better than the Integrity Commission because they will not ask him. They will not ask him. It's a question that must be asked. Yes. Who's going to ask him? I have no faith and no confidence that they will ask him because you know what? They had the chance to do it.
And they never did.
They had the chance to take him to court and force him to come out and take a stand in terms of providing information regarding illicit enrichment. And they didn't. Instead, what did they do? They referred the matter to FID, which complicated it even more. They should have gone straight, under the law, they could have gone straight to court and said, listen, we need this information, and he's withholding it. Please tell him to comply. And the court would have granted the order. I know what would have happened. The Prime Minister wouldn't have provided the information. He would have challenged it. And think about the optics now. Okay, we steer it. Say, well, if I'm not guilty or something, why am I fighting them? Just provide the information. Yes. But it didn't. They choose another road. But it is what it is. So we will ask the question, and I can tell you, we won't get any answer. But we know the answer.
Rafi, let me ask a question before you go. Based on that information that he had communicated out there, it's now in the public. It's as it relates to print media, right? Observer has it, right? NNN network has it. Can this be a part of FID investigation as it relates to that particular information, and we're feeding out an attack on it in terms of asking the Prime Minister as it relates to that $47 million prior incoming into politics? Could that be a part of your line of questioning?
Yes. Because remember now, with some of these violations, there is no statute of limitations, right? Exactly. So they can ask. Exactly. And also remember now, if you go back and you look at the statutory declaration investigation conducted by the Commission, you'll see where They've cast doubt. They have cast doubt on statutory declarations that they themselves certified.
Yes.
Going all the way back to 1997, 98, they've cast doubt on it, saying that, as far as we can say, these things should have never been certified. We have problems with these things.
Yeah.
So, but to answer your question, yes, he's made a statement. I don't know who's advising him, but I haven't seen it though. But I take at your word that he did make a statement about the 47 million.
Yes.
Right, and so now he has to. That should be a part of the record. That should be a part of it.
All right, because that is what I also believe, that should form, right, because this evidence out here is the Prime Minister who communicated it, right, and so for the process of justification, right, in seeking to purify as it relates to $47 million, right, should be verified, right, through interrogation, through process of interrogation.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. All right, thank you. All right, Melting Pot, what say you on this? Because this is serious.
Yes, this is a very serious and complicated matter we are dealing with. As it relates to unfolding, given that interview in coming into Parliament, $47 million, and I'm rightfully finding out I'm much more than that. Because you would have to pay tax and, living salary taken out of that and plus students. And a girl will love money from she have a market with her mother. I don't know say have so much money on the backyard. So if you have only for money to utilize and it's left back with $47 million, so you know have to carry this figure I have past 50 million. But if we look on 3 important points of discussion. Yeah?
My wife said, if you win, we'll fly to Asia. If I win, we'll fly to Paris. I bet you won't get toned with just type.
We know the original NFC tax was removed. You understand? By the Holness administration, the wipe them out completely. I remember C-tax was commissioned under the National Party. They know one dream go to work. I just wipe the blackboard. Please, yeah, I said people one subject matter and curriculum. Alright? But here it is. 2009, Cuba, I lied. The high volume of drug trafficking around Jamaican waters to the United States. Yeah? I will know say Andrew was a part of Bruce Golden administration at the time.
Oh, yeah, correct. Correct.
You understand? Yes? And then that high volume of cocaine and all different type of contraband and narcotic things like that did I run across Jamaica water at an alarming rate that the Cubans did have it. But the United States have nowhere gone. Now, as Byron rightfully said, and as I have said on previous occasions, that there's only 2 main sources would have provided Holness with such vast amount of billions.
Yeah.
I mean, over 2 years, Andrew amassed about, let me see, I know, about 8 times the Prime Minister's salary.
My God.
Yeah? Over 2 years, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think Prime Minister get what? Like between 5 and 6 million. Yeah? And when I put him at 40, I mean 50. Yeah? So 8 times 6 are 48. So really, they're on a rapid upward trajectory. It will.
Yeah.
It's more than the Prime Minister where I run the country. Yeah?
That's crazy.
So the 2 sources is either I'm robbed and then they have a charitable organization. Yeah? And I know the wizard will not allow it to rob so much money. And go undetected. Yeah? So then the other era where we are looking to is during that period of time when a part of the Bruce Golden administration, when Cuba flagged Jamaica and a major participant in drug trafficking and region.
Mighty God.
And that's how we feel the guy that the money from with my little 2 cents of critical thinking. Yeah, I doubt based on when I look through all of the investigation sequence and what we have. Yeah, they couldn't touch the wizard to that extent. But I value, I remember I speak about the 47 million after this period when we are talking about it. And when they fully take the mantle, yeah, and 2016. And then him run back for Big Mama, NNN, and go and get the interview. I remember them have full control of the button. Yeah, in our hand. And it don't feel like so well that boy, You know, this can relinquish our drop. So careful with this partner now. You might proceed, that's why you hear some party member where I'm talking about much term I'm going to do. Can't do up the 8 term and we have said that 8-5 a party. And you put it on the guy here at 50 and 90. But the guy that knows say I'm going to link to that here, because them have them thing locked because money stuck around them. And just ever since it come in a politics, it have drugs money have float all over the place about vote. And convince people. And them young youth them like they go put this back. And them licky. So they work with that system there because it can sustain that system there now. This is why you see cocaine so rampant throughout Jamaica. This is why never seen before so much drug bust and it's so much billion. Yeah? Remember under the People's National Party, them thing and acting up. No. You notice marijuana now becomes non-existent.
Non-existent.
When they see it's contraband.
Be a cocaine.
Non-existent.
Be a cocaine, brother.
Just look round at Portland. With the whole heap of cocaine there. Stop on the river bank. Where the boat come from. Just for there. And they have a couple bag of marijuana they like say. Because they might left the marijuana there. As exhibit like say that. No, marijuana a small sprat. And cocaine are the real deal in Jamaica right now. Yeah? Because the cocaine utilized in a so much different aspect in a Jamaica economy. If down at the hotel, God Almighty distributed down the bad.
What go on, man?
Yeah, people are flying from overseas and come to Jamaica come have the coke party. Cocaine party, me and talk about people in the set hotel them there. You understand? That's why they have them thing exclusively fence round and things like that. And then the one of Jamaican them because, you know, yeah, foreigners them who come down, most of them come to this type of lifestyle in Jamaica, because cocaine that Jamaica, wagga. So Andrew making money and if you come tell the Jamaican people say make it through that time there when the cocaine them run through the border. When Cuba flagged the United States and warned them about the high drugs trafficking, utilizing the Jamaica water space. Who not afraid of nobody, then come out and come down. I yield back the floor.
All right, well said, Melting Pot. All right, we are going to get into more serious situation. This time we are going to take a window.
Hold on, the people.
Right, and look into the Prime Minister. Right, and we are going to read it. But here's a question that I'm going to ask. So look at this Jamaica. Honey, bring up that document. All right. And this not really look good, Jamaica. We are not, accusing anyone. We just asking questions because
I'm 67 and I'm switching from doing nothing to 7 minutes of Tai Chi chair work.
This needs some clarity. So you're in Jamaica, and this is July 27, 2023. So we want to bear that in mind as it relates to the date, July 27, 2023. And this is what Juliet is saying in court. Juliet owns $800 million apartment complex court battle to continue in January 2024. Right? So pay attention to that. Juliet owns $800 million apartment complex court battle continue in January 2024.
Wow.
Now, the trial involved an $800 million apartment complex owned by the developer Juliet Holness company will continue in the Supreme Court in January 2024. Take a look at that. So Jamaica, I want for you to pay attention to this as it relates to a statutory declaration that Andrew Holness, under the investigation of the Integrity Commission, what being stated there. All right, so bring it up for me. And I want Brother Ratty to look at this and Melting Pot to look at this. So Jamaica, this is it. Statutory declaration. Right? As it relates to the document that I have read, right? As it relates to 2023, that issue came about 2022 to 2023. So we are looking at that. But Ratty, this is what I'm asking. and what the entire Jamaica to see, to want the world to see, that total assets in terms of Jamaican dollars, right? Both Andrew Holness and Juliet Holness revealed to the Integrity Commission that in 2022, that the total assets, right, Jamaican dollars, 200 million, 267. Total assets in US dollars, right, in 2022, 10,157. Total liabilities, 1,652, 1,652, right, 612. All right, if we go to the net worth, the net worth in Jamaican GMD, right, 3 million, right, 282. So what am I getting at? Take that down on it. Let me go back to Rocky. Rocky, let me ask you this question. Based on what you see there in terms of Juliet Holness and Andrew's sector declaration, right? We have not seen nothing mentioned as it relates to $800 million. Would that clearly indicate that they lied to the Integrity Commission? Let me just put you on, Brother Rocky. In terms of the truthfulness of their asset.
Yeah, it's clear. It's you don't need any interpretation on this. And even if, let's say that they felt that they made a mistake, it wasn't. We don't see an amended filing.
Yeah.
Well, we made a mistake and so we're amending it. We didn't say that. All we mean is that the filings have been uncertified. That's what we're saying. So, and there's a reason for that. When they fail to certify it, or they refuse to certify it, that's correct. Yes, that they have come across something that is wrong. I mean, mistake. If you show one more example of the Prime Minister, you know, in a conundrum, you have shown a million. If you show one more, you've shown a million. You don't even show no more because the thing is, I'm telling you, this is an amazing thing, and that's what I'm saying. I think there's something. I'm not in the medical profession, but I think there's something that needs to be examined with this Prime Minister, because I don't know how he can do this and go out in the world, meet with foreign leaders, and think to them don't know. Some of them don't know this.
Yeah.
And shake and skin him teeth. And
yeah, like say everything good.
Like nothing.
Something wrong with him for true, you know? Something wrong with Andrew Holness, really, you know? May I tell you, say, something wrong with him mentally. There is a problem, brother. Something wrong with him, man. Him don't right it in his brain. A serious. And we are going to find out. We are going to find out about it this year.
As if him don't know. Because him know. Because here's why I know. I wrote to the Privy Council in England. And it's over 100 members in that. And when I say Privy Council, we're not talking about the court Privy Council. We're talking about the advisory body to King Charles. And I wrote to them, and I sent them the things we are showed, not all of the things you show, but some of the things you show. I pointed it out to them and I sent them the report and said, this man should not be in your company. This man is a disgrace.
Yeah.
And then you know what I did? I sent the letter and the report and everything. I sent all that to Parliament, the Jamaican Parliament. And I said, since the kind of man and I have here, we are leading, you know? And the man just continued to smile and skin and grin and like nothing happened. Like nothing.
Make it a habit. A 10-minute.
Damn, so much advertisement? No, I mean, YouTube at work.
You know what? We have to continue. Despite what he's doing, we just have to continue, because if we stop, if one person, here's how I look at it. If tonight we have one person who will watch this program and walk away saying, I've seen the evidence, I can no longer turn a blind eye to it. I've seen that my Prime Minister is not above board. It will be well worth the program.
Ladies and gentlemen, why do you think I'm up at this hour of the night with the amount of people watching me? Because of what he just said a while ago. I don't know what that one person, I don't know how that one person that sees the truth and eyes is open, how that can be a catalyst for more persons' eyes open. So although I am tired, although I would rather go to my bed, I am saying, you know what, let me be consistent, because I did dedicate myself. I actually did dedicate myself to do this every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. The nightly news recap. As a matter of fact, if I had gone to work, if I had gone to do a live early this morning, I would have been on at the time when Andre was off. Because Andre broadcast that he was not coming on, and I could have went live at that time if I was available, but I was not. I was not available to go live. You know? That's the only reason why. Because I'm telling you, there is a plethora of things to talk about. You know what? Let me go to Daryl Vaz right now, because I'm not going to do no more mistakes. So let me go to Daryl Vaz right now. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this. Dangerous president advocates. Dangerous president. Advocates say Daryl Vaz's explanation could undermine administration, right? Accountability advocates are warning that accepting good intentions as justification for breaching procurement laws could undermine Jamaican system of public administration, following an Auditor General's finding that senior government minister Daryl Vaz improperly acquired 200 Starlink devices after Hurricane Melissa. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just say this before I go any further in terms of this article. If I unalive somebody when I had the option to handcuff them and bring them to the police, they already submitted, regardless of whatever it is that they have been in breach of. How do I say, you know what? I would do it all over again, although it's against the law, because I was protecting my family. Your family protected because the person yielded, and you could have locked them up and put a handcuff on them and call the police. If you carry them to prison, you have control of the situation, but you decided to take that person's life. You have committed a crime. You trying to justify the crime doesn't make it not a crime. But if the society is going to accept the crime, then guess what? They're going to have to accept all the other crimes that is committed, not just by government officials, but by people in the society. Isn't the government officials held to the highest standard? Didn't Andrew Holness tell us that he is the standard? If he is the standard, why is his standard to defend Daryl Vaz in this instance? Talking about bureaucracy. Janet Call, the executive director of the Jamaica Accountability Meter, JAMP, said while she does not question Vaz's sincerity, this is what you call being safe, ladies and gentlemen. She doesn't want to appear to be questioning his sincerity, because then she would be, how do I put it? She'd be giving her opinion. So she wants to stick on facts. The facts is endorsing his actions, however, would create a precedent allowing public officials to disregard the law whether urgency is claimed. Whenever urgency is claimed, they could disregard the law. So they can use urgency as an excuse to say, we will not abide by the law. That is dangerous. She's absolutely right. Right? She argued that if the country and the head of government, Prime Minister Andrew Holness, accepted Vaz's explanation as justification for the procurement breaches, then the entire public administration framework could collapse. Miss Janet Calder, let me tell you and inform you, madam, it has already collapsed. It has been collapsing right in front of our eyes. These people are the weapon that are formed against the people of Jamaica. Calder, in a view, caller is of the view that if the minister infraction is not reproved, it would send a signal that any government official can violate laws by claiming good intentions and urgency. I'm calling on the People's National Party. I am calling on the People's National Party. You guys probably have to do some walkouts very, very soon. It's either you guys walk out, or if every time Andrew Holness and Daryl Vaz or Christopher Tufton or Floyd Green comes up, you guys definitely gonna have to call a point of order and point out certain facts about the Auditor General report and the Integrity Commission report. They should not be allowed to speak. Every 28 member of the People's National Party should rise at a point of order. I was speaking to Colin Bell when he left, when he was ending his show, and I was seeking clarity. And I respected his opinion and how he framed it. You understand? I definitely, at the end of all of it, said, you know what? I agree with you. They definitely can do that. All right? Listen to this, ladies and gentlemen.
For the artists, I'm asking you to subscribe.
The disagree. This same strategy has a
on this channel. So, yeah? Strength in numbers.
Listen to this.
Hello, caller. Good evening.
Good evening. You hear me clearly?
Loud and clear.
All right. So, in terms of the argument about playing politics, may I try to understand whether the should persons and content creators still lie on the Jamaica Labour Party where there is no truth to the argument? Is that what playing politics is?
On this channel, we say the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So we don't deal with lies. So if somebody is telling a lie, that's a lie. But also, you have some people who use lie to play politics. So they twist the truth and play politics with it.
Okay.
Like when we hear a man talk about debt to GDP, and him start from 1990, him no mention 89, sorry, and when him reach 2007, him jump over 2007, from 2007 and got 2016. Then they are skill politics. So if you don't know your history, then bamboozle you.
Right. So I'm saying what is expected of People's National Party supporters, and especially the ones them online with them to do. Them to use the same strategy as a ocean wide.
No,
no. That's what I don't understand when people say, oh, we PNP play politics too.
No, listen what we mean. When me say, hold on. When me say PNP need to learn. No, but hold on, I want to explain it though. When me say PNP must learn to play politics. You see, like when, all right, and it being a PNP Prime Minister, statutory filing not certified, even have step down already. GLP need a ease up. You understand? So PNP must learn how to use them position to drive home the interests of the people.
So you think so they did not do that enough?
No, they didn't do it enough.
We disagree.
Let me tell you what I visualize. You see, in the parliament, if me was a parliamentarian, every time Andrew Holness attack, me I get up and say, on a point of order, we need to hear about your statutory filing. we know the speaker of the house will tell me to sit down, but it would have been in the record.
Yes.
And continue to be in the record. I don't know if you remember how they did back up Fenton and Ferguson. How they back up Kurt Spencer and make Kurt Spencer ball. You understand? And them thing they may have said PNP never vociferous enough dealing with that thing. You see like how Marky G did, alright, you see like how Marky G did make him walk out of the parliament? And then last year when Marky G present, Marky G left out that, he shouldn't left you out, he should have come back, see a place and hit him again.
Right. Alright, I understand that. You know, no problem with that.
Yeah.
I saw you mean.
Yeah.
And when people are talking about, be alright with that.
I
First
saw
them
me.
in the parliament for them is there like that.
Yes, man.
Punch them in the
Make the man comfortable, man.
Yeah, man. We don't have a problem with that. We don't have a problem with
Yeah,
that.
man.
No problem with that. Big up yourself. Me like the clarity because it sounded another way when we hear how much people are saying this. So I wonder what they want the people to follow the elaborate.
No, I don't want to tell no lie. Because PNP have enough truth to come on social media and talk about. The GNP have enough scandal to beat them, hammer them day, night.
Right.
Call the boss. When we see Daryl stand up in a parliament and I go look for PNP about you think me and let you know off, and nobody say, hey, what to erase and bust them on the document to the bust them.
True.
We are joke, man. We are rap.
Definitely.
Yeah, man.
They definitely turn up on that end.
Yes, man. And yesterday, Mr. Julian get to crush them and not crush them. Me vex.
Yeah, they kind of too passive in that way.
Yeah, man. I don't think them mean when me say you have to deal with the politics side of it, man.
And you know, me have said this, like, Nathan Campbell needs to be more aggressive. Like when they were in a campaign.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm torn down. But it's torn weird up. Yeah, and I look things for people them, but I don't think you need to beg. You need to demand. All right, my brother. Respect.
Big up yourself, man.
Yeah, man. One love. My viewers and listeners, big up yourself, Bolo. I want to thank everybody this evening.
Big up Colin Bell. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you go over to Colin Bell. Alright? Portland Spice TV on YouTube and subscribe. If you let me deal with them money, I think supposed to be at 25,000 up a long time. I don't know why bad mind people I deal with. I don't understand how Colin Bell have this program here. I have the numbers them when have and the people them don't want to subscribe. Become like the elaborate them go over there and then just listen and don't want to subscribe because they know says a man where support socialism and socialists. You feel me I say? But them money I think for they all 100,000 and 150,000, brother. I not joke. Yeah, certain man on the platform with type of value and thing with the man them experience with the man them have. Right now, sometimes some people just bad mind, brother. Yo, underneath go over here so go subscribe, man. I tell you that straight. Anytime me want to find out what going on with the economy and miss as a matter of fact, I'm supposed to review that video there. I'm gonna review it yet. The latest from the teacher himself, Ralston man. You feel me? I deal with all now. I'm not get to review that yet because so much things are going on. But me definitely I go review it. You see what I say? But yeah, man, I'm gonna go subscribe. So I wanna see me get some clarity. I got some clarity from him and I appreciate the conversation because I wonder, I say, oh, people must say PNP, they not know. And I say, what? But brother, I see man, I do whole heap. I see man, I do whole heap in the parliament, outside of the parliament. But no, I understand what them I say. But all right, make we go back to this now, Zane. On what legal basis would the Prime Minister reject their claims if he accepts Minister Vaz? She questioned, right? On what legal basis would Prime Minister reject their claims if he accepted? Like she has said, all right, if the Prime Minister of Jamaica, I go say, I go back up Daryl Vaz and say, yo, me understand and whatever, you know, him do the right thing. Brother, him man do the wrong thing. You can't do the right thing for you wrong. You can't do the right thing. You can't do the right thing. You can't do the wrong thing for the right reasons. It's the wrong thing. The wrong thing outweigh the right reasons. You have to follow the law. Simple and plain, a black and white. You can't go no further than that. Further, the Jump Executive Director asked, why shouldn't sincerity obstruct a permanent secretary from disciplining a public servant who violates the staff orders? Hey, let's read that again. Why shouldn't sincerity obstruct a permanent secretary from disciplining a public servant who violates the staff orders? The laws, you know, it's interesting that she asked that question because when you look at the Speaker of the House, she's so adamant about the standing orders and the Parliament and stuff like that. She gives no wiggle room. She's really, really abrasive. But these people want to break the law, and we should accept them saying, listen, we did it for the right reasons. So they must act with impunity. They must act without any checks and balances, and we must accept it. You're mad, man. The laws would be rendered meaningless. Of course. That's exactly what would happen. Her comments follow a compliance audit. Her comments follow a compliance audit tabled in Parliament last week, in which Auditor General Pamela Monroe found VAS breached procurement rules by bypassing established procedures to acquire 200 Starlink devices. The report also stated that weeks after the acquisition, at least 121 devices were not being used. Principal Director of National Integrity Action, NIA, Dr. Gavin Myers, said he was surprised that while the communication tools remain unused, there was demonstrably need that was not met. He added that the public should have been informed about the criteria or needs assessment used in allocation of the devices to ensure transparency. Yeah, we weren't informed. Overstepped his policy-making roles. The Auditor General concluded that VAS overstepped his policy-making role and usurped the function of the head of the Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, who is accounting officer responsible for disaster-related procurement. VAS has rejected the findings, calling them uninformed and grossly inaccurate. Really? Really?
To Minister Vaz, your initial response to the Auditor General's report on Starlink was one of complete rejection. This morning, you seem to be almost going back on what you're saying with a clarification. Are you now accepting the fact that you did in fact breach the procurement guidelines?
Me like that girl there. Lady, big up your nice clean self. African, big up yourself, yeah? Dark skin chocolate, you know what I mean? Big up yourself. Me like how you ask the question, is he accepting the fact? not the allegation, the fact that he broke the law. I love the way how you ask that question. But listen to him fumble, ladies and gentlemen.
As minister leading the procurement, that was a breach or not. My position.
Bro. Me not even talk about the girl, but how mainstream media make the politician them get away with shit like this, bro? I'm sorry. You know, I'm not sorry. Yo, the money piss me off, brother. How the hell the man actually do that a while ago? When really just say a while ago? Father God take a case.
Breach the procurement guidelines.
Listen to this.
Minister leading the procurement, that was a breach.
Where the R not come from, brother? Where the R not come from? It is a breach, bro. It's not a R not, bro. You think of Arnold this? You think you're Arnold Schwarzenegger? I'll be back. You don't even look like Arnold, so don't get it twisted. You know, you have the same skin tone, but you not built like that. What you talk about, brother? Breach or not? It's a breach.
Or not. My position is very simple. I'm justifying my position.
No, if it's a or not, why would you need to be justifying your position? So you contradict your own argument and your own statement. This statement is null and void, ladies and gentlemen. If you breach the procurement, that means you breach. So that means you try to justify the breach. You wouldn't need to justify anything if you did the right thing. Justification come from you doing the wrong thing and being wrong and strong to say, listen, the reason why, you tell them what your wife said, the reason why I cheated because we were upset this morning and I found somebody to take my frustration out on, to piss you the hell off. That's why I cheated. And the wife is supposed to accept that. Wow.
While basically paying respect to the AGs.
You know, There's certain words that escape me. You know, paying respect. You know, as a phrase, what does that mean? Lord have mercy. Let's see what that means. Pay one's respect. Make a polite visit to someone. So, all right. Respect. Meaning. All right. Respect is a deep admiration for someone or something elicited by their abilities and qualities or achievements. Due regard for feelings, wishes, and rights of others. Admire someone deeply as a result of their ability and quality or achievement. Have a due regard for someone. All right? All right. So, let us examine this argument of respect from Daryl Vaz. Let's examine that. All right? Let's examine that. Because maybe I missed something. Maybe I'm... Listen to this.
There was no breaches of the procurement guidelines, and the documentation that I have released shows that clearly. And secondly, if it is that my timely, effective action as Minister of Telecommunications and co-chair of the Cabinet Subcommittee for the Melissa recovery was beneficial by getting help to those affected persons, whether saving a life, getting food to them, whatever it is, I make no apology whatsoever. As a matter of fact, I go further. In circumstances such as these, if I had to do it again, I would do it again. In response to the opposition statement, I simply say,
in circumstances like these, I would do it again.
To find my position while basically paying respect to the AG's department and her for her job that she does, because I do not.
How do you pay respect by saying that you did not breach? So you go against what her findings are, discredit her findings, and then look at us and say that, you know what? I pay respect to the Auditor General's department. Man, you can't make this up, bro. You cannot make this up. You can't. You just cannot make this up. Anyway, the head of the Office of Disaster Preparedness, the Auditor General concluded that Vaz overstepped his policy role and usurped the functions of the Office of Disaster Preparedness Management, who is the accounting officer responsible for the disaster preparedness. Oh, I went through that already. In a series of posts on social media platform X last Wednesday, Vaz said, if it in the midst of the panic, buying and price gouging, I am being faulted for intervening to secure devices to assist a national response, then I make no apology. So he makes no apology for breaking the rules and take full responsibility. How do you take full responsibility? How does that work? What does full responsibility look like? I didn't even know about this post. He said, if in the midst of panic, buying and price gouging, I am being faulted for intervening to secure devices to assist a national response. Wait a minute. How did price gouging come up, Daryl Vaz? You're telling me that you could not go through you're telling me that you could not procure the documents and go through the right channels. You're telling me that the prices of the Starlink was just going to go up. You're telling me after we got 700 free Starlink, you're telling me Starlink was going to what? Not give Jamaica a good price on 200 more? Man, listen, y'all better shut up, bro. Man, listen to me. This dude is dumb. What? What? I am being faulty. What? What the hell is that? then I make no apologies and take full responsibility. What is that? What is taking full responsibility? Resign then, no? Resign. You have lost the public trust. Resign. He continued, I strongly reject any suggestions of wrongdoing for my justifiable actions. Brother, justifiable actions are not. Wrongdoing is wrongdoing. What? Let's ask ChatGPT. What are they? Can wrongdoings be justified? Whether wrongdoing can be justified is a complex philosophical and ethical question with no single universal accepted answer. Perspective range from absolute moral prohibition to situationally consequentialist justification, suggesting that while some actions are intrinsically wrong. Oh my God, bro, wait a minute. No, we ain't doing this. No, we gonna find that word. That one is a what? Intrinsically. Yeah, intrinsically. Others might be viewed as necessary evils. Necessary evils, depending on the context and goal. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a dangerous precedent here. Justifying wrongdoing? You do not want that from leadership. I just don't need to go any further. I'm going to leave it right there for that.
I wish to become in a controversial position with any agent.
Brother, you already that the controversy done gone through the door already. There's no way you can say you wish to not be in a controversial position when you already took one. Vaz insisted that any step taken were in keeping with the guidance note of acquisition of goods, service, and works in the situation of emergency and extreme urgency issued by the Office of Public Procurement Policy. He contended that after the October 28, 2025 hurricane, the only reliable source of internet connectivity was through Starlink and demand quickly depleted. What? And demand quickly depleted the local supply. The minister noted that rapid procurement of the devices was essential to restore communications for household business, blah, 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 blah. Emergency responders and blah, 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 blah. Calder agreed that the guidance note to which Vaz referred is relevant in assessing his claim. However, rather than supporting his actions, she believed she believes it explicitly renders them unlawful. So him can't escape. Yes, it was emergency. Speed was required. Connectivity was vital, and obtain the devices without a competitive process is allowed, said Carla. However, she said the Minister of Finance guidance note demands that in a situation of emergency or extreme urgency, the head of the procuring entity should organize the procurement process of the entity so as to enable a swift and decisive response. So it was not his job. Period, point blank. Myers also stressed that public officials are bound by established rules. That means they're not supposed to break the law. The NIA head said by inserting himself in the procurement process, Vaz erred notwithstanding his stated well-intentioned motives. Emergency procurement procedures have been used on a regular basis in Jamaica as we face multiplicities of situations requiring their use. What the minister did in this case was enter into areas that his role and duty he shouldn't have. Missing in action, turning to another finding of the Auditor General, right? and that the Disaster Fund Committee, NDFC, was missing in action with no appointments made in the last 24 months. Carla said this was a glaring breach of law. Mighty God. The committee has the critical responsibility of managing the National Disaster Fund to facilitate the allocation of sums for relief and other purpose in the wake of a natural disaster. I am surprised that for a country that lives under the threat of at least a tropical storm or possibly a hurricane every year, that we would find the committee not meeting even when the legislation stipulates that it must meet. In fact, the Disaster Risk Management Act stipulates that the committee must meet once every 2 months. The committee last met in 2023, Calder said, pointing out that despite the passage of a Category 4 Hurricane Beryl in 2024 July, which caused extensive damage to infrastructure and agricultural sector, the NDFC did not meet before or after the storm. Calder questioned how it was possible that 3 months after the passage of the country's most catastrophic storm, it still did not occur to government that the committee had not met. Calder said the records indicate that 4.5 billion was spent between the contingencies and the National Disaster Fund. So the question is, since the law stipulates that no one can spend out of the fund without the NDFC being consulted, then isn't that a breach of law? My God. My God. Wow. 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 Ladies and gentlemen, I take it that Miss Mia Motley has secured, right? I take it that she has secured.
So they were and they had 2 cases, 2 persons in St. Philip Law.
I take it that she has won her 3rd consecutive term in office. Congratulations to Mia Motley. See, the Labourites them was trying to, and Market Me was allegedly involved in that election in some business capacity with the opposition. It's alleged. Mighty God. Where is it? I'm sure I saw ABR News live. She must have gone her bed still, car. ABR News, see that? No, she got 7 hours? Mighty God. Damn.
This is just the absence of confidence. And as you see with St. Lucie and St. John, politics is very much involved. So,
damn. Shout out to ABR. 7 hours. Sheesh. Wow.
You might know about over the road, we know about under road. And him tips up and lie, and them start female.
People. Oh, wow. I'm going to leave it right there because I want to get up early. I really do. I don't want to feel long because if I stay for the next hour, it'll go throw me off. Because I have some work for to do. I have some videos for align and put together. You know what they made it? Yeah, man, for your morning, so. Daryl Vaz. I'm going to put out an official video for Daryl Vaz, guys. Yo, this man is... Yo, this man is something else, bro. This government is something else. This whole administration. is just a big joke, fam. You're a big, and I'm talking about the worst type of joke. Them is a serious joke, right? It's like somebody comes in your house, right, and takes up your stuff and attempts to walk out the door with your money and your stuff, right? And then tomorrow, you approach them about your stuff and they're like, what are you talking about? This is my stuff. This is my money. Don't you see it in my hand? This is my money. You know, some man will rob people at town and so on in city place there until they say, oh, let me a phone, man. Give me a call. Yo. Or even run up on you and say, oh, give me a phone, man. Go let me give the phone if you make a call. They're going like a fear and walk away with it. And you are there left in shock, ladies and gentlemen, not knowing how to respond because this person just pull off the most insane
Power off.
move that left your brain paralyzed for a few seconds, enough for them to walk away safely without you even reacting. Even if you had a weapon on you. To how them deal with the thing like a smooth criminal, you forget say you did have the weapon on you. And them gone already and drive off. Yeah, man, I saw that government. These guys are unreal, ladies and gentlemen. Unreal. Them no make no sense. Feel me I deal with. I'm sorry, some never could have come earlier still. Because I know say most of the people ain't gone to them bed. Rest like how they know say. No, well, most of the people are not gone to them bed. Then there are some other platforms I listen because those platforms were live before me. I started too late. It is what it is. I didn't even start on time. I started like 12 o'clock, literally. And then this one on Bolo clips started later, but you know, at least I, you know, gave it some effort, you know, but I really have some darting videos I want to process for tomorrow. And I have to rethink some things because, and you know, I don't have to rethink anything. You know what is my issue right now? The only issue I have right now is equipment. That's it. That's the only issue. Once I get back all of my equipment, the productivity is going to increase and the quality is going to be higher. And that's just the facts. But, you know, time is all about time. Life is life. You know, I saw somebody in Colin Bell's chat, lambasting our good brother, Andre Stevens. And I was like, whoa. You know, saying that the man begged for 45 minutes. A lot of the time, Andre is over there advocating on behalf of, you know, people that are in need. And if yo, I'm telling you, people are so full of shit, bro. Like, some of y'all, man, it's hard to love y'all, bro. Y'all are really full of shit. I know that person is a plant that is just there to tear down Andre's name. And then they did the same thing that Daryl Vaz did. Act as if they respected the Auditor General while disrespecting the Auditor General. Doubling down, tripling down on the wrongdoing. It's the same thing he did in the comment section. Right? And I made sure that I locked his name. Real talk, I ain't lying. I'm not lying. I made sure I locked his name. As a matter of fact, let me see if I find it here. Let me see if I find it. I hear somebody put it. One of them space I'm dropping in. Either this or hold up. Yo, I know I put that name somewhere that I can go back and say, all right, there it is. Right? For real, man. Them out order. You see me? Oh, was it this computer? I don't remember. Maybe it's the other computer I put it on, but it's easy for me to find. It's easy for me to find. Yeah, I didn't appreciate that. That person is really slimy. Why you never wait? Why you never say it to Andre when Andre? You know them way there? I never like that. And then why would you bring that over to Colin Bell's platform? Colin Bell did they poor, didn't even know what go on. I'm like, who not talk? What not talk about? Who them beg too much and whatever? I say, see Smadia? See Smadia? This is Smadia right there, so. See him there? See that? See the person, yeah? This is the person, bro. See the person, yeah, bro. We'll make sure I copy their name. See the person, yeah? I'm like, look at this, man. Look at this. Yo, don't say some grimy things, bro. Some grimy things. You know, I remember when The Rock and Oprah was begging people for donations. Yeah, man. Them people who have them money. Yeah, man. I remember when they were begging people for donations. Right? So when they do it, it's advocating. But when poor people do it, they're begging. Y'all full of shit, bro. Alright? Y'all full of shit. I'm telling y'all straight up, y'all is full of shit. And you know what? I'm going to start doing it more because I don't care what nobody says. Ladies and gentlemen, the super chat is open. Y'all must start reminding y'all of that. I'm going to start reminding y'all of that. You know what it is though? Jamaica has a dirty culture. Jamaica have a bad mind culture. Want to watch people money too much. With all the value that Andre Stevens brings, right? With how he uses his channel to build others and to support others that he deems genuine, right? He's not a selfish person. He's a giver, right? He gives of himself a lot. And somebody wants to be... See the person here, sir? I mean no disrespect. PDTV does a good job, but he needs to stop begging. I hate that shit. This dude continuously in the comment section, fam. It is an agenda. This person is really here just trying to cause some type of ray in the comments. I'm going to be watching. Watch out, begging is a demonic format. You need to understand that you don't have to beg when people know that you are out to do. They will send if you are original, but pick up. Listen, let me tell you something. This is when I called in, but I didn't want to even give that person the attention. This person the attention, right? No, I called in for what I called in for. So I didn't even add that to it. Because I noticed, say, the bridging of the call before, the general, Mr. PMP, man, they say, yo, them not talk about you, never talk about you, I'm not give them no shine either. And them man they call Andre all the time, bro. Them man they call Andre show all the time. But anyway, what may I say? Zane, Jamaica have one terrible culture. You see me? Most of the time, you really have to ask Jamaican people for their support you. Them way there. Them no really just... Jamaican people not like give a tip. Me nah, brother, I just the truth. We don't have that culture there, bro. We don't have that culture there in Jamaica, bro. Jamaican people tight with money. You see me? When we go up on other platforms and certain international platforms and you see man I get good information, brother. What you tell me say? Andre Stevenson I give good information? So something wrong with Andre or something wrong with the people and when I support him. Me been a say, Andre, you're not supposed to even if you ask the people them. It's a crying shame if you see so much people. I watch Andre at night time. And the people them, nah, bless up his super chat, brother. Them just every night. Right? And I get real integral research and insight on what really are going on in our country. The man put him life on the line, fam. The man put him life, like literally the man put him life on the line for people them have better in our country. So you see when me start, I say backside. Then if Andre now get the support from the people them, me know me not stand no chance. Because me know so much people now watch me. So me don't decide say, see this audience here. Majority of this audience here, enough of them don't support if them way they bro. And I just the truth. And who want vex. But I just the truth. Whole heap of people in Jamaica, them not support if them way they. Me I talk about specifically giving donation. Whole heap of people not support if them way they in Jamaica. A 1 and 2, 5% of the population stay so. Not even 10% of Jamaica population. I mean I talk about the entire population. Well, they are Jamaica. I not talk about the one that go overseas. Because when I go overseas, it's a different culture. A total different culture when I go overseas. When I go overseas and, you know, things, you know, I move, you know, say, yo, brother, you have to lift a tip, this and this and this, brother. You feel that I deal with? Yeah, it's only right. That are the American culture. That's why people love when American people come out in the country. Because it tip them, people make money off a tip, people build house off a tip, people buy car off a tip. Because they give them excellent service. So if you need, there's no debate about Andre. Even at our 5 press, yo, hey, we talk already, and I say, yo, we say at our 5 press birthday, and I say, what them are people that love at our 5 press? Them are people that love at our 5 press. At our 5 press do a live. People supposed to show at our 5 press with be a donation, talk about TV, same way. Be a donation, talk about TV if you get. Oh God, man, nobody talk about Mr. Mystic Sensation, man. Nobody talk about Mr. Mystic Sensation, man. Zine. Nobody talk about Mr. Wayne Lonesome, man. The amount of detail and teaching where people can get from them platform, yeah, bro. Amount of value where them get. One of the things that this thing are easy when you have to put together content, bro. Much time this take up, bro. One of the things say look at views them on TikTok are money. On YouTube are money, I mean. They look at views them and they look at 1,000 views them. I think are money. When you think that are money, when they in the comment section I can talk about man they get paid for off of YouTube. When you watch people want it too much, not too bad mind, bro. When you forgo. I not rate on the fam. And who the cap fit wear it, bro. Anybody who watch about the money, I not rate on the bro. Man, they out there saw thief, bro. Man, they out there saw scam. You feel me I deal with? And a them thing them I know what I saw do, bro. People have to stop them thing there, brother. And one next thing to when me see people they love doing in the comment section, when you love pin content creator against content creator, and if you stop it, bro. Man, I go start highlighting and burning out, brother. You understand? You know, some agent type devil. You don't know. When you stop it, man. Some could kill this woman with on the app and some could kill this boy with on the app. Real Jezebel and real sorcerer on the app. You just show. You know when I come go my bed here, man. Right now I not go my bed, so you know. I make sure some go watch it if it make me laugh and go read 2 Psalms. People big up on themselves. Word is love, isn't it? That is it.